butterflies, happy Juneteenth, and this video is going to be my 2020 Fuck-A-Thon TBR. Okay, so first of all, happy Juneteenth, everybody. I'm recording this on June 19th. So, I don't know if I'm going to upload it today or not. I might upload it tomorrow, but I'm for sure recording it today. I had to work today, but I went in all of my African pride, all of my culture, brought it to work with me. So, this video is going to be my Fuck-A-Thon TBR, which I think this is the second year. Last year, I heard nothing about it, but also I was not a part of BookTube last year. I took a whole year off. But the Fuck-A-Thon is hosted by Noria Reads, and it's going to be starting from July 1st to July 31st, and the live show is going to be August 1st at 5 p.m. So, the Fuck-A-Thon is exactly what it sounds like, depending on what your mind is thinking. There are 9 prompts altogether. You don't have to do 9 prompts. There is a bingo card that I am going to put on the screen for you guys so you guys can see. And where you can also go to her page and watch her video, her announcement video. She also has a link to the bingo card and all of the prompts, and I'm also going to put the prompts in my description below. It's 9 prompts, and each prompt is saying, you know, fuck something, and you have to read a book that goes with whatever you're saying fuck it to, pretty much. Okay, so the idea of the bingo card is to make a F for you to have bingo. So you can do a big F or a little F, but whatever F is, that's the goal, is for you to create an F. So I decided to go with a big F, and I was picking out my books last night, and I was like, you know, I'm not that great at participating in read-a-thons because 9 times out of 10 the read-a-thon is only a week long. I work 40, sometimes 40 plus hours a week, and then I have a 3-year-old, so I don't really have a lot of time to complete all of the challenges for like your normal read-a-thons that are like a week long. So I try to participate, but I don't really get anywhere. So I like that this read-a-thon is a whole month, because I can do fucking 6 prompts in the whole, which not really 6, 5 prompts in the whole month. I can read 5 fucking books that go with this. I can. But I was picking out my books. I was trying to pick out books that was on my shelf, because I noticed I have a lot of books that are on my bookshelves that I haven't read. So I'm like, well, this would be my chance to kind of get through some of the books that I actually own on my shelf before I go to my Kindle, or before I go to, you know, an audiobook or Hoopla, you know. So it was at a no-go. 2 of the 5 prompts I have actual books for, and one of them is a little shaky. So I wanted to come and do my TBR early so you guys could tell me, does that count or does it not count? And I'm going to get to the book that I'm talking about, because I'm really not 100% sure if it goes. So, the first prompt that I have is Fuck Ableism. Read a book with a main character with visible or invisible disabilities. So, the book that I chose for this prompt was By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Dead by Julie Ann Peters. And it did say a visible or invisible disability, and this is a book about this girl that's planning on committing suicide. She's already had multiple attempts before, but it didn't go anywhere, and now she's joining this online like suicide blog, and putting, you know, her life pretty much on the blog. And I don't think it's her looking for a partner, but her getting herself to the end, and then she ends up finding this boy that she's having conversations with, and now she feels like, is it too late for her to, you know, have a purpose in life, or is it not? So this is trigger warning for suicide. I don't know if she went through any kind of like sexual assault or anything like that to have a trigger warning for that, but it's definitely a suicide trigger, and that is the book that I chose for that. The next prompt that I have is the one that I said my pick is a little shaky, and if it doesn't go with this, then fine. She does have videos recommending books for each prompt, but I tried to pick out my own books instead of picking out a book that she recommended, because I really was trying to pick out books that I own so I can get through them and you know, and finally have most of the books on my shelf read. But if this one is a little shaky, let me know, because I really don't know if it'll go for this or not. But it's Fuck Capitalism. Read a book with main characters that try to subvert, trick, swindle, survive, or make the best of a capitalist system. And for this book, I picked Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. This has been sitting on my shelf since it came out, and I saw it had the black pages, and I was like, I need that on my fucking shelf. Like, it's gorgeous. And then I put off reading it because I was like, well, maybe I should read the Grisha trilogy first and just try, you know, get acclimated into the world before I jump into this, even though it's not mandatory that you need to. I just thought it would help if I was used to the world. I knew what the world building was like. I don't know if she builds the world all over again in this book. I would hope so, because I'm brand new to this. But Six of Crows is basically, it's a heist novel. It's a group of thieves and con men that get together, and they're trying to pull off this really big heist, but at the same time I think they're going to be backstabbing each other throughout the whole way. So I don't know if this works, but I'm pretty sure it is, because I mean, shit, it's a capitalist system, and they're trying to get rich off of this heist that they're trying to pull, so they're swindling. So yeah, let me know if this is shaky, if it goes, or if it doesn't go, let me know. So those are the only two books that I actually owned, like physically on my shelf. I think I have a book that I chose for one of the prompts that I actually have on my Kindle, because I knew that was like an easy one. But those are the only two physical ones I have. Everything else is going to be digital copies or audio books. So the next prompt that I'm going to do is Fuck Elitism. Read the trashiest, cheesiest, most tropiest book on your shelf. And this is the one that's a Kindle, and I just knew this was so much easier because I like trashy. Like, I don't necessarily think it's trashy, but a lot of people would call erotica books trashy, and y'all know I love a good erotica book. So I have plenty of them on my Kindle to choose from. So I'm like, that's gonna be easy. I have so many options to choose from, and honestly, I actually have two options because I don't know which one I'm gonna go with yet. I'm probably gonna read both of them because I like trash. I love trashy. Like, it's not a romance book to me if it's not a little bit of dirty in it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if it's YA, okay, yeah, it could be clean cut or whatever, but come on, let's not pretend that that young adults and 18 and younger don't be out here doing some trashy stuff. So, I mean, should the whole book be like that? No, but I like a little spice. Now, sometimes it could be too much, yes, because I like a little spice, but I like to mix in with the plot. So, anyway, for this book, my first option is His Captive Human by Calista Dane and Kate Richards. And this one is it's a novella, so it's not long, so I figured I could throw a quick read in there to kind of mix it up in a month, to kind of give yourself a breather after reading like long novels per se. And this one is basically like a sci-fi erotica kind of thing going on, and like, y'all, it's trashy as fuck. Like, honestly, he's pretty much trying to get this. He's an alien, and he has a human captive, and this is in a world where it's like aliens are the higher race. Like, they are the rulers, and humans are beneath them. So he's basically trying to tame his human, trying to get her to, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm having a serious brain fart right now. Like, I don't want to say dominate her, because that's not the word I'm looking for either, but he's pretty much trying to break her in and get her to be like, you know, bitch, I'm your dominant. Like, you listen to me, you do what I say, that kind of shit. So yeah, it's trashy as hell, but it's only 89 pages. So then I was continuing to look through my Kindle, and then this one popped up as well. It's Tempt the Boss by Natasha Madison, and that one is like a full novel, and it's pretty much the boss and his assistant are trying not to have a sexual relationship, but it turns into a sexual relationship. She didn't know that he was her boss, and she called him like some names or whatever, and then come to find out that's her new boss. So I mean, she doesn't like him for whatever reason. She gives him a lot of rude looks or whatever, but can't deny the fact that he is attractive, and he kind of likes her sass and her feist. So he's trying not to be tempted by her, but I'm sure it's not going to work, and there's going to be a lot of sex. Trashy. I love it. Okay, so I might read both of them, but I don't know which one for the prompt that I'm going to read, but I'm sure I'm going to read both of them, because I mean, it's on my mind now, and once it's on my mind, I'm going to read it. Then the next prompt that I have is Fuck White Supremacy. Read a book that challenges white supremacy ideology. So I also have two options for this because I'm not 100% set yet on which one I'm going to read. I'm going to come back the closer we get to July, and I'm going to tell you guys what I actually decided on, or I think I'm going to do like a reading vlog, like a collective reading vlog, to where every time, you know, I'm reading a prompt or complete a prompt, I'll just add it all into one big video as like a vlog, like a wrap up for the read-a-thon. Because I kind of like doing vlogs now. Like, I'm trying to perfect my vlog style now, because I kind of like it. I like the on-the-go kind of thing. The first book that I have as an option is We Want to Do More Than Survive, Abolitionist Teaching and the Pursuit of Educational Freedom by Bettina L. Love. Or my other option is Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. And I hear about that one all the time. I've always seen that all over BookTube. So those are my two options for that book. And my first option, We Want to Do More Than Survive, I thought it would be good for that because it's focusing on how can we teach ourselves to be better, and not just all of the you know, the racist stuff that white people do towards us. It's actually focusing on what can we do within our culture, within each other, to make ourselves better. And that's the idea of that I liked for this prompt, versus it being something like White Fragility, which I finished and I'm gonna do a review on it. I wrote down a lot of points when I was reading it, but I'm just trying to collect myself to do a straightforward review and not be jumping all over the place. Or like White Rage, which I haven't finished yet. And today's the end of the blackout buddy read. There's going to be the live show, which I'm probably going to be late to because I'm sure it's starting right about now as I'm filming it. But I do want to watch it because I want to hear people's thoughts on it. But I got a little bit of a ways through White Rage this week, and if I would have kept reading on the pace I was keeping on White Fragility, I would have finished it, but I didn't. Anyway, I wanted something that's more beneficial of us trying to help us. And that's what I wanted to focus on for that prompt. And I thought that was a good idea to do that. And then my last prompt that I'm going to do is Fuck Gentrification. Read a book with characters who are fighting or dealing with the gentrification of their communities. Now this one was a little shaky for me too. But The Long Ride by Marina Budos. And it's about busing in the 70s when they started to bus black people to white school communities to try to integrate the school system. And I didn't know if this counted for this or not, because I saw a news article about public schools and urban communities being in trouble because of the gentrification of the schools, of people wanting to send their children out of their district to charter schools and private schools that aren't in their district, and public schools being in that district are closing down. And so I was like, So I don't know if that works for that or not. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'm sure it's easy to find another option on books like that. But yeah, that's what I saw, and I was like, I don't know if that counts. It's a little shaky. It might, like it might not, but if it doesn't count, I would pick another book. It's not a big deal, but I just thought, good idea. And it wasn't something as straightforward as literally like picking a Native American novel where there's literally taking your shit and like turning y'all into what they perceive as proper people. So I didn't want to pick anything that was like literal, like straightforward. I wanted to pick something that was a little different, that was a little left field, that you like, hey, I didn't think about that. So yeah, that are the prompts that I'm going to complete. But I want to tell you guys the other prompts that I'm not going to do, but I might do it. I don't know. I have a whole month, so I don't want to be too ambitious and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do all 9 of the prompts. So I'm not going to be that ambitious. But the other prompts that I didn't choose were Fuck Ageism, which is read a book that centers a main character 50 years and older living their best life. Fuck Theological Fundamentalism or Religious Tolerance, which is read a book with a main character who practices a religion separate from yours, which I know a good book that I could do for that one. Fuck Slut Shaming, read a book with a character who loves to have sex and is utterly unapologetic about it. I have a lot of books that I can read for that, because like I said, I love books that have a good sex scene. Like those are the best romance books that have a good plot, but also has sex in it too. Because I feel like a lot of people these days that do romance books, they make everything so sweet and put a bow on it, and it's like, that's not really what it is in your everyday life. Like, really think about the world. People like, yeah, it's a nice little fairy tale, but real life, it is not that sweet all the time. It's like, I'm not even gonna get into it because that's a whole different conversation and a whole different video. And the last one was fuck with yourself. Not literal, but if you do, that's your business. We don't need to know. Do something utterly selfish for yourself, which is not really a book. It's just really treat yourself. Do stuff that you wouldn't usually do for yourself. Oh, and then there's also a group book, which is The Source of Self-Regard by Toni Morrison, which I am going to order because I don't own it. But I want the physical copy. I don't want the Kindle version. I actually want the physical book. And that's going to be the group read to read throughout the month. So I'm excited about the Fuck-A-Thon. I want to know who's participating and who isn't participating, and if now that you know about it, are you thinking about participating? Because I think this is going to be a fun one. I like the fact that it's a month long because, like I said, people like me that work all the fucking time and not just sitting at home, I don't have time to do 9 prompts in 1 week at home. It's never going to happen. I'm sorry, it would never fucking happen. So I like the idea that this is a month long. July is my birthday month, July 21st. So I'm trying to really go all out in July. I want to have so many new experiences in July, which I don't know how this is going to work with everything still kind of halfway shut down. Stuff is starting to open back up, but it's not like normal. Like, I had plans to get a tattoo for my birthday, which would be my first tattoo. I had so many tattoos that I want to get, but this one was going to be my back tattoo, and I don't know if I'm still going to do it right now. I still might have to push it off until later, because I think tattoo shops opened up with phase 2, but I'm not 100% sure. But yes, that is all that I have for this video for the Fuck-A-Thon, which is hosted by Noria Reads, starting July 1st to July 31st. The live show is going to be August 1st at 5 p.m. And that's Eastern Standard Time. Whatever other time zone you in, figure that out. I ain't got it in me today. So thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
No, he's talking about fuck. You can't say fuck in school, you fucking fat ass.
Kyle!
Why the fuck not?
Eric!
Dude, you just said fuck again.
Stanley!
Who?
Kenny!
What's the big deal? It doesn't hurt anybody. Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.
How would you like to go see the school counselor?
How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison?
Fuck it up, 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 let's go.